How the heck are you? Yeah, welcome. I'm Taylor. I just hit 500 followers. I'll be doing a 500 follower live giveaway this Saturday at 8 p.m. Central. You've already missed out on your chance to win some, to enter for the most part, but show up live and come and join the fun. There might be some other little giveaways that you can win. You just got to be there. So this is my top 10-ish covers of the year 2020. Also, before I forget, go follow Southern Comic Geek. The link is in the bio. Yeah. He's going to give away a heck of a book when he gets to 750 followers. And part of me shouting him out enters me as a chance to win because I'm not a dirty whore. I like getting good books for free. So, yeah, go follow him and make your own top 10 video and shout him out and, keep the cycle moving. Hakuna Matata, right? That's what that means, isn't it? Probably. I don't know. I'm going to say hi to the chat first, and then I'll get into my top 10-ish covers that I think will probably be a little bit different than everybody else's covers. We'll see. Let's see who we got here. Start at the top. Las Cruces, good seeing you. Gary B., how are you, sir? Comic Vet, welcome. Slotted up. And Gary B., hang on. I'm not going to read all these comments. There's a lot of reading, Gary. You're very verbose. Spy Island is in there, possibly. We'll see. James Willie, welcome. Hidden Gem, yeah, man. Joe M, Super Jesse, DJ Links, Professor Comics, Butcher, welcome, everybody. So, hang on. I have to pull up my cheat sheet, too, and I'm going to cover part of the chat while I'm doing it, because, honestly, I don't have every artist's name memorized. Who the hell remembers names of artists? That's just crazy talk. What's an artist, really? It's all just rigged and, They're just there to serve the vehicle of the writers. Kidding, mostly. So I've got some honorable mentions here, and my choices are probably going to be fairly different than everybody else's. Part of my background, I went to art school. I do my own art, and I do make illustrations and stuff. You can check it out on my Instagram, Empty Thought Balloon, or at my Instagram, Taylor Winder. And also, I was a graphic designer by trade for a few years, so I come from a little bit different background than just, possibly traditional comic fans. That said, I love some of the older covers. I love some of the Silver Age and Bronze Age goodness. I do love some of the newer variant covers. There's actually a few in here. But these are just the covers that kind of grabbed me this year and stood out from the pack. They've got to be – these are comics that came out in 2020 and that I own. There's other comics out there that I loved. I just don't happen to own those covers. And, this is just kind of what I thought of and what came to my mind. I'm sure the list will change, and I'm sure I'm sure I'm missing some. And I'm sure you have different opinions. So leave your opinions in the comments and let me know why I'm wrong and why you think the covers I picked are hot garbage and why your choices are better and why the 28,000 Venom variants are the way to go for covers and they're the only way to go for covers. Just let me know. But, All right. So honorable mentions, I got like 6 of them, and if they're in the right order, it'll be a freaking miracle. But here's one of my honorable mentions for you. And, let me see here. I'm going to try and split screen this a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. But this is Rorschach number 2. Rorschach number 1 also probably could make this list. It's just the A cover by Jorge Fornes. And I really like it. It's designy. It's simple. It kind of gives the idea of what's going on in the comic. It's retro. It just reminds me of a cool, old school movie poster in the best possible way. So, yeah, that's a runner-up for me. Another runner-up, and this is one of the more traditional ones, is Miguel Mercado's variant cover for Thor number 9. I think this is just a classic kind of. It harkens back to the old days of again, poster art and comic covers and traditional painting and storytelling and stuff. It's a little misleading given what happens in the comic, but again, it's part of the fun twist of it all. So I just tend to like this. All right, this one as well. It's a wacky cover. King of Nowhere, number 1. This really fits the book. It's a wacky story about wacky characters and everything else. And, again, it's just a unique cover, and I like the kind of strangeness of it all. So this might be a pretty short video. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, another kind of more traditional one. This is and again, we're still in my runner-up. If this would be probably 13 if I were ranking them, these. But this is Strange Academy 3, the J. Anacleto variant. And I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Anacleto. I could be wrong, but I did look up a pronunciation guide before I made this vid, and I listened to it. It's one of those, hey Siri, how do you pronounce blah, blah, blah? And it'll tell you, so you pronounce it blah, blah, blah. And I'm pretty sure it's Anacleto. And that's how it's spelled, so we'll see. If I'm wrong, again, you can let me know in the comments. But, yeah, again, I like Doctor Strange. And this list is clearly biased. And, again, just my opinion. And, feel free to fight with me on it. So, one of the more traditional ones, this is another, and like some of the traditional ones, I'm just noticing, are rather dark. So, I don't know what that says about my happy-go-lucky 2020 soul. But this is Justice League Dark number 24. I think just kind of a gorgeous painting, really, by John Jiang. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but it's got Swamp Thing. It's got Detective Chimp. It's got Man-Bat. What more do you want? Other than 3 characters some of you probably never heard of, but, that is what it is. So, there's that. Welcome, everybody. And I'll say hi more in the chat when I get through this list. But, all right, here we have Giga number 1. This is just an A cover by John Lay. Again, if I butchered the pronunciations on any of these, I'm sorry. Feel free to connect me. But I just like this juxtaposition of nature and mechanical and this sort of real simple sky background. I think it's an effective cover. I think it's simple, and I think it just kind of does what it needs to do to hook the potential buyer in. So it's also a great read. If you haven't read it, that one's good. Some of these I picked are purely cover picks, and the comics I hate. They drive me bananas, but I thought the covers at least were worth mentioning. So this is not my favorite comic books of 2020. That list might never happen. That might be too hard for me to make and too complex and too convoluted, and it'll have to be flowcharts. It'd look like a freaking Hickman book if I were to do that. His useless chart. Never mind. Doesn't matter. But yeah, here we go. That Texas Blood, number 1. This is the second print. I like the first print just about as equally. The only real difference is like the color palette shifts a little on this one, and I like this palette a little bit better. This is, again, the A cover by Jacob Phillips. But, yeah, I just enjoy it. It's just kind of, again, a simple imagery. Old cop sitting on a rock, a little bit bloody, and you can sort of tell you're in for a weird, wacky ride with this comic. So I enjoy it. And I'll probably overuse those words, enjoy it, way too much in this video. So, whoopsie. All right. That actually, we're counting that as number 10 on the list. Sorry, I forgot to that's the official countdown start. I'm a pro. I just immediately knew that. No, I haven't cheated here. Here we go. Number 9. This is Red Mother number 5, the Wando retailer variant. And it kind of reminds me of a Jock cover or a few of the, Death Metal, Dark Knights, Heavy Speed, Death. But I like this better. I think it's just an effective, creepy image. And, yeah. It's mildly terrifying. It's one of there's a couple horror related comics on this list, but this is I think one of the better ones. It just does the art throughout the book is fantastic too, and this is actually a really good read. It's a slow burn, 1 issue away from ending the series. So if you wanted to wait to trade paperback, I think you're about 1 issue away from being able to fulfill your desires. But yeah, I enjoy that one. That's let's see, I said enjoy. I need to think of a different word. Okay. Speaking of comics I did not like, but I really enjoyed the cover. This is the Joseph Schmalke A cover, just a random straight up A cover to the Phantom Star Killer. This comic drove me nuts. The art's great, but the storytelling is so ham-fisted and like clunky that I really think it's the writer's first attempt at writing. But the art, I love it. I love the character design. I love the simple. Again, the simple. I tend to go for simple imagery, and this is simple. And yeah, I would pick this up off the stands, not knowing anything about it because, it's cool. It's just a cool cover. And I'm glad you guys are entertaining yourselves in the chat. That's awesome. Okay, this is the Nick Klein variant. This is number 8. Oh, wait, hang on. This is number 7. Yeah, counting is hard, people. Counting is hard. Number 7 is the Thor number 9, the Nick Klein I think it's the 1 in 25. The second Thor cover. There's been some great Thor covers this year, and some of the variants. This is a ratio variant. This is one of the standard ones. This is just batshit crazy Donald Blake, and I like it. I think it's just kind of out there and nuts, and like for this to be a mainstream cover, just says something about where the industry's gone, and I dig it. I didn't use the word enjoy. I said I dig, but bloody teeth, crazy eyes, it seems fitting for this year. Thor on meth, yeah, okay. And Gary B and Slotted Up, you were correct. This next one is Spy Island number 4 by Leah Metternich. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. Almost any cover for Spy Island could go on this list. I think the covers are just gorgeous. All of them, the A cover, the B cover. A lot of them are like retro paperback related or retro movie poster related. But the one I chose, just because it immediately got me in the feels, and it's such a simple design and like kind of like hooked me. Again, all these like they have a simple hook to them, but it's the VHS tape. If you're of a certain age, this probably just evokes a lot of memories for you. And yeah, it did for me, and it's on my list. Yeah, exactly, man. It just reminds me of VHS, and it ties into the series remarkably well. Like all these covers for Spy Island, they fit the wackiness of the series. Spy Island probably would make my list of top 10 comics of 2020 as well. It's just a weird enough book. Okay, speaking of books I did not like though, but I love the cover. This is Fantastic Four Road Trip number 1, the Mike Del Mundo variant. This again clunky writing, just kind of the story did nothing for me, but I still would probably pick it up. This was a cover buy for me, and I'd probably buy it again just to have this cover. It's I don't recall the Invisible Woman ever being drawn using the reference to the an anatomical model, and I think it's just a clever choice, and so I would pick it up again. That's number 5 on the list. 5, okay. Again, counting's hard. I don't know. I might have said number 3. I don't remember what I said. Can't remember. Man, remembering things. All right, number 4, and I could have picked probably any of the prints of this. They're all great, and the cover design on this series has been fantastic as well, all throughout. They're all different themed. It's a horror themed comic, but I chose. I think this is the second print of Ice Cream Man number 20. It's the Dr. Seuss homage. All the the entire issue is Dr. Seuss themed. But yeah, it's Happy Rainbow. It belies. See, look at that. I'm using like words like belie. I've grown as a person. It belies the dark nature of the comic, and yeah, it's just kind of evil and twisted. And this is Martin Marazzo, and I think he does all the covers, and he does the interior art as well. There's probably some variants he doesn't do, but from what I can tell, he did all the issue number 20 covers. What do we have here? Okay, we've got mainstream. This might technically count as Batman-ish. It's Dark Knight's Death Metal number 3, the Riccardo Federici, the Robin King. They haven't done shit with Robin King. I mean, we'll talk about a waste of a character that like they might do something with down the line, but like, this and what's it, the Wacko and Venom that turned out to be Scorpion. Oh man. 2020 is not the year for good villain creations that have gone anywhere. But this cover is just creepy and evil and twisted, and it's everything they should be doing with this character, but kind of haven't. And yeah, that's my number 3 choice. We're getting to the final 2, and order of these is all going to shift. Like I could probably tomorrow I'll probably have a different order. It's just my taste today. This is what I was going with. So that's Batman Family. All right, and this is David Vareghi, I believe, and I believe I'm not. Hopefully, I'm saying the last name right. It's the Indigenous People like variant covers month. He had a whole month of these where he did like 8 of them. Unfortunately, my LCS only got 1 in, and this is the Spider-Man one. I like the Spider-Man one a lot, but I probably would have chosen the Thor one as my personal favorite if I had a copy of it. But again, I don't have a copy of it, and that's kind of another thing of my requirements, but I just, it's just like so different than everything else on the stands, and vibrant, symmetrical, and really stands out. And no, I'm not holding it upside down. It's Spider-Man. He's a wacky web crawling son of a bitch that hangs from ceilings, and so I like this a lot. It's it's refreshing to see something different, and that was definitely different and definitely caught my eye. And the number one cover, it's another variant. One of my favorite characters, one of my favorite villains until Lucas got a hold of him and wrecked his own creation, and is going to keep wrecking them and stuff. But as a child, terrified the hell out of me. And this is a David Mack cover. It's Star Wars Adventures: The Shadow of Vader's Castle. This is a Scorpion Comics variant, but it's David Mack. It's watercolory. It's Darth Vader. It's my personal favorite choice. This strictly I got a cover buy. I managed to get this. I missed it when it first came out, so I had to get it off of the eBays and pay more money for it. But I just dig this cover. And so, yeah, that's my favorite cover of the year. So now, guys, you can tell me why I'm wrong and what your favorite covers are. So, all right, I'm going to scroll back up a bit. Let's see what we got here. The Member-X audio tapes would be great, too, Rob. You're correct. VHS, LCS didn't get the VHS Spy Island. DJ, I might have an extra one if you want me to hook you up. Who else? Real Fair Dinkum, welcome. Chubby Jesse, Comic Vet, the Count from Sesame Street. Yeah, that's what I should have done. If I were an editing kind of person, I probably would have done the 1, 2. Never mind. I'm not even going to try it. Yeah. James Willie, welcome. What are you looking for? Still need that book. What book are you looking for, James? Let me know. I might be able to hook you up. Although you still haven't gotten the ones I sent you last month, so who knows? Yeah. Chubby, I do not have that book in my possession yet. And Jamie, welcome. And Juggernaut number 1. Yeah, I like that one as well. It just bugs me that I don't think his DJ, the Juggernaut Hulk reflection, I just don't think Juggernaut's armor would be reflective. It never, ever was in the comics. That just bugs me. So it is what it is on that one. Yeah. So, and again, I would just kind of also hope I put together a little bit different list than some of the other folks. Don't get me wrong, there are some great Venom variant covers out there, and there's some great other comics out there, and some other, I'm sure, like comic covers I'm missing. Like Strange Academy had some great ones by Humberto Ramos and stuff, but like these are the ones that just kind of stood out to me this year. So, yeah. Phantom Starkiller number 1. We'll see. I might have 2 of them. I don't think I do. If I do, I'll get it. It's an awful book, James. It's just really, it's crap, but it's a cool cover. So, yeah, you're welcome, DJ. Anything I can do to inspire some hate in this audience. Oh, the ASM tomorrow. Yeah, that's the Patrick Gleason. Yeah, you're right, Comic Vet. What's up, Max? How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, looks Aztec or Native. Yeah, Bandit Buzz. It is. I believe that. Oh, hang on. Did I hide it? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hide it. I believe the author or the Veregi is a Native American. So, Junk Drunk, welcome. I like your screen name. I don't know if you've ever been here before, but welcome, you junkie drunk. Yeah. I know it was based on. I just like the words escaped me, Rob. These are all like models you could buy. The Invisible Man, Invisible Woman. I'm old enough to know that. I remember them. I just like words failed me. And yeah. Are you old enough to know Slim Goodbody, that creepy son of a bitch that was on the public television? Also kind of, yeah, terrifying. No Backwards Iron Fist each. I don't think that came out in 2020. I think that was a 2018 book. I did find it, though. And some unlucky person is going to get it in some box sometime, somewhere, somehow from me. Covers? Nola, yes. Go check out Nola's Instagram. He's got a link to a young artist who he's got a variant cover from. I can't remember the artist's name or the Instagram's name. Just follow Nola and go down, chase the rabbit hole. He's got some custom covers he's haven't done. So, yeah, Gary. Nolan Ryan, the timeless Ghost Rider. Sure. Yeah. I don't know if you saw Max, but there's a new Ghost Rider coming tomorrow that I think is a different Ghost Rider. I think, like a different person. I don't know. Who knows? So, yeah, that's one of my favorites. I know, like I sung the praises. I liked all of the Spy Island covers. I think they were all great. I just had to pick one. So, yeah. What are some of the other guys? Sorry. What are some of your other words, people? What are some of your favorite covers, people? There we go. That's awkward, but it works. I have to learn to stop saying guys for everything. It's a bad habit. I'm trying to break it because I realize definitely not everyone's a guy. Definitely not everyone that watches my videos. Well, statistically, 99.9% male, but I'm trying to weed myself off it. So forgive me. But yeah, what are some of your favorite covers now that I'm rambling? And I'm trying to get through the delay in StreamYard without having to actually open my YouTube. So that's another awkward way of doing it. Yeah, the timeless variants are great. I probably could have picked any one of those, DJ. There's, I like the Ghost Rider Timeless, and I liked a couple of others. Some of the Peach Momoko, yeah, the Peach Yoda was great. I don't have any of those. I don't think I have any of the heroine sketch variants either, Rob. Like I just didn't. I didn't jump on all the Peach train. There's another Mercado cover I really enjoyed too. The Symbiote Spider-Man King in Black #1 that's got Null and Symbiote on it. I think that's a fantastic cover too. That almost made this pull. So, oh yeah, the Spawn. Yeah, James, that's another good one. The McFarlane. Yeah, the Chadwick Boseman tribute. That's a great one. So, yeah, and yeah, slotted up. Yes, you guys are both right. The McDonald cover, yeah, that one's fire too, GJ. It really is. Well, thanks, Max, but I'm still working on it, and if I can't try and do at least a little better, what's the point of going through life? So I'll probably keep fucking it all up, and or I'll just find something new to fuck up. But if I can try and make a little progress in one area, I'll try. How about that? Marauders 3. I don't remember that one. No, I'll have to check. Was that this year? All right, Max. I'll make sure I'll call you dude, bro. Though I'll say folks with an X, but I'll call you dude, bro. So yeah, okay, fair enough, Joe. The Department of Truth did have some covers too. I like their covers. It's just yeah. Thanks, Junk. I appreciate it. I wear pink for me. I like the color pink. It's one of my favorite colors, and I'll fight anybody else that says otherwise. Yeah, the Giga, I had that one pulled out, Gary, but side by side for the Giga homage, but I just like the arm one a little bit better. The Jiyoungis, Gwen Stacy, yeah, that was pretty great too, Rob. So, yeah, okay, back to Department of Truth. I like their covers a lot. It's just they're a little too busy for me, like or my taste this week, anyways. I don't know. Like I like them. I do enjoy them, and I like the interior art on them. I think it's fantastic. Just the covers I wish were a little bit. Some of the covers I wish were a little more simple. Well, all right, no, let's see. Great minds. I also there's the Jenny Frison variant of which I think came out technically this year of and I have it. I just didn't want to dig it out of Something's Killed the Children #1. I like that simple portrait cover as well quite a bit. So that came real close, but I wasn't sure if it was 2020 or 2019. And, whatever. I just had to eventually stop dicking around and put together a list, really. So, yeah, that one, James, the Patrick Gleason. Yeah, so Gary B. Okay, sorry, I just saw you in the chat. Yeah, the blank covers are great. Yes. Yeah, the Jenny or the Franny, Something's Killed the Children is great. Ninja's Voices is another great cover. The slotted up, there's a David Mack version of that's great, and also I like the Vareji variant too. I like both of those. Yeah, it's the James. There's a Virgin variant that I think I got 1 or 2 copies coming of that Spider-Man as well, which was exclusive to Patrick Gleason's site. Patrick Gleason's also redesigning the Spider-Man costume to fight somebody. There's spoilers all over the internet. I don't know if you saw it, but I don't love it. It reminds me of like if Spider-Man had sex with Taskmaster. Not that there's anything wrong with that, But the costume that's just kind of what it reminds me of. So, yeah, I like most of the stuff that's killing the children. It's just when half of the cover, Jamie, is dedicated just to type, it makes it a little tricky to love the cover, in my opinion. So, like, there's some like we Live had some great covers. Seven Secrets had a few really good ones. The Seven Secrets Akira homage cover I like. I just don't own it. And then We Only Find Them When They're Dead had some too, but that some of that is like they're way too heavy on the type treatment for me to really call it. Although I don't know, I break my own rules sometimes because pretty much the Spy Island had a lot of that too. So yeah, Gary B. The Ben Templesmith covers on each with feeds were pretty great as well. I'll give you that one too. Jenny Frizen, I like her stuff a lot. Noah, and the Thor 7 with the hammer. Yeah, that was another really simply well done cover, Joanne. I agree. Jump Drunk, no hard liquor tonight. I am saving that for maybe New Year's Eve. My tentative plan. Here's my plan for the rest of this week, so you guys can all follow around. You folks didn't even make it to the rest of the video, so everybody can follow along. I think tomorrow night I'm going to do my top 10 comic acquisitions of 2020. And considering I started with like one comic at the beginning of the year and working on rebuilding my collection, these are the 10 best comics I picked up or that I acquired somehow, either gifted to me or whatever. Not necessarily the most valuable, but there is value in them, and they're the comics that kind of mean the most to me in certain aspects and stuff. And I'll go over that tomorrow. So, Shelby, there's a pretty good chance seeing the Swamp Thing. On the independent side, a B cover, Vault Comics, Heavy. Okay, fair enough. Rob, I only picked up the first issue of Heavy. I just couldn't stand it enough to grab the second. And We Only Find Them When They're Dead. Yeah, some of the B covers were great. Okay, so that's tomorrow. Hang on, wife's birthday. Well, happy birthday to your wife, James. There are a lot of awesome covers in 2020. It's great. Yeah, we could all agree it was a tire fire of a year, but there's some great stuff that came out comic book wise, honestly. So tomorrow's my top 10 comics in my collection, basically, is the shorter way of putting it. Thursday, is Thursday New Year's? Right? I think. Okay, what's today's date? Yeah, Thursday. Okay. So I'm just gonna go on camera. If anybody wants to join me on camera Thursday night, I'm gonna go on live for as long as I feel like. I'm gonna have some beverages. I have at least 20 that Spider-Man Booth 2.0 boxes to open. I'm going to open them all on camera on Thursday night, and we'll see how entertaining that is for everybody. And just got to hang out and shoot the shit. So if anybody wants to come join me in all those shenanigans, you're welcome. At some point, I might get bored and jump on other channels. I think Max is also going to be going live on New Year's Eve, so I might pop over there if she'll have me, and we'll see. So Junk, yeah, we're still trying to figure out the auction stuff. It's kind of been a hot mess trying to get everybody coordinated. It's like herding cats, especially with the holidays. But once 2021 comes around, I think we're going to start trying to do Sunday night auctions again, and we'll see from there. DJ, I don't know what time Thursday. Maybe 9 p.m. my time. Maybe. We'll see. Jamie, welcome. James, okay. The 1 in 50 Bounty Hunters #1. I don't remember which one that is. Is that the Boba Fett cover, Nola? And then, okay, so New Year's Eve, I'm not going to be on camera. I'm going to be recovering and, whatever. And then on the 2nd, it'll be my giveaway show immediately after, or I guess immediately preceding my giveaway show is DJ Lynx's. So everybody pop over to his channel on Saturday at 7 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. whatever the Eastern, I guess. Is Eastern a time zone? I don't know. Time zones only matter when you're in them. But, yeah. And you have a chance to win a Spider-Man drawing I did. And, and on mine, you have a chance to win some other things, including I don't have the comics handy, but you can win a Marco Cicchetto Black Panther slab from Slotted Up. You could win from Old Man Collectibles a 1 in 100 or 1 or 200, some variant from 3 Jokers Black and White cover. You could win from James Willie a Man Thing #1 slab, Volume 2 #1 slab, and for me, you have a chance to win this Batman. So. Now, you had to have already done the stuff, and I shut off the comments because I wanted to be fair and give people a set time where they had to go follow the directions. But even if you don't have a chance to win, show up Saturday night. You might, there's a chance I might be feeling generous. Well, it's 2021. Who's to say how I'll be feeling next year? As far as other art, if anybody was looking for some stuff or didn't get what they wanted for Christmas, These are 125 shipped a piece. Got a Mr. Miracle. They're all 11 by 14. Original art by me. Mando. Or I still have the Elektra as Daredevil. So they're 125 bucks shipped. If you want more than one of them, let me know and I'll work out a deal. Hang on, how do I clear out? Nope, that didn't do anything. All right. Well, Nola's comment's going to live on in infamy because I can't be bothered to. Well, hang on, let me do this. Junk, yes, I do have any older comics. These are just kind of the cover. Tonight's video is just the covers that came out this year. Tomorrow's gonna have some older ones on the list. So, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot about you, DJ. Jesus, I keep forgetting DJ's giving away. Yeah, there you go. I'm the worst human ever. So yeah, DJ Links is giving that slab away. Yeah. I mean, it's probably gonna. Yeah, I don't know who's gonna win DJs, but yeah. Oh yeah, Refold. Yeah, that's right, because he's got to ship it all to you, Dinkum. So that's good. So some Thor goodness tomorrow. Yeah, there will be, James. We'll see what happens. Yours might be a sub. No, tune in tomorrow if it's not or just watch it in the rewind. At least one of your books is going to make the list, James. I'll say that much. How about that? So yeah, that's kind of all I got right now, folks. I haven't won any comics today. It's been a slow day. Kidding. I've been on a pretty lucky streak lately. I won 2 comic books yesterday, so it is all rigged. It's all totally rigged. It's like how the Department of Truth, if you like spread the conspiracy enough, it becomes truth. I was gonna keep telling the comic community everything's rigged, and then it'll happen. Self-fulfilling prophecy and all that. So, Junk, I have no idea. I have right now. I think I have what do I have? About 1 long box and 9 short boxes, and I don't know how many slab comics. Probably about 30. But some of some of these, not all of them are staying in my collection. A lot of the slabs I'm going to get either put in mystery boxes next year or sell on eBay or something. I don't need. I'm realizing, having started over with my stuff, and I'll probably talk about this a little bit tomorrow. Starting from 0 and then building up everything. I don't need like every run of every comic out there now that I'm an old person. There's some comics I definitely do want to collect. Like I'd like to get the entire run of the first volume of Thor. I think it'd be great. And I'd like to get the first Star Wars run, and there's a few others. X-Men eventually, but I just can't afford the X-Men yet. Although if I get a 94 or giant size X-Men #1, I wouldn't complain. But then I don't need to get like every issue ever. And even the ones I buy that are new, that I read, I can probably turn around and resell some of them. I just don't I don't have the emotional attachment to everything, so I don't feel the need to like keep everything anymore. I'd rather have like a smaller collection full of like either key issues or comics that meant something to me, or a bit of both, than have just like 40 long boxes full of shit, if that makes any sense. So yeah, Bandit, I'm on like I'm like maybe like a match compared to your bonfire versus of wins there, good sir. So, oh boy, Junk, I haven't even thought about that ASM 300, and it depends on which one you're talking about. I have 2 copies technically. I have a raw one mid-grade that's not signed by anybody. That if somebody on here wanted it, I'd let it go for 500. But the slab one that's signed by everybody under the sun, yeah, I don't even know. I'm not selling that one right now. So, yeah, that one. I mean, that'll probably make the list tomorrow. But I can't. It's not in my head to sell it right now unless somebody makes me. If the slab. I mean, if you want, you can throw a dollar amount at me. And if it's ridiculous, I'll probably say yes. But it's going to have to be probably ridiculous, if that makes sense. Just because I know it's going to keep going up in value. It is probably without like one of the top 2 coolest comics I own at this point, just because it's Stan Lee and everybody else signed on it, and McFarlane and stuff. Even though it's not even my favorite comic, it's just kind of such a cool artifact that it's going to be hard to let go of, if that makes sense. And I think I've just said that makes sense about as often as I said I enjoy that tonight. I'm just words, people, words. I only know like 7 of them, and so I just keep repeating the same words. So, all right, guys. I think that's on that lovely rambling ass note. I'm going to probably get out of here for tonight. check me out tomorrow. And I know you'll see, what made the list for my top comics in my collection. Have a good night. And as always, we only got a few more days of this shit-ass year. So, try not to be a dick. Talk to you soon.